One of the interesting individuals is Mithra or Mithras. This is a very mysterious character. And when you look at history, you find that this individual was supposed to be the sun god himself, and they had a special sacrament made up of bread and wine. They would make this drink during this time, and supposedly he died for the sins of the people. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? But when you try to find Mithra or Mithras in the encyclopedias, they, through state intervention, erased the name. Why is this? That is because after the time of Jesus, Isa alayhi salam, when the message began to spread and they went north, and you'll see within historical writings that Barnabas, one of his disciples, met a man named Saul, who later called himself Paul. Paul said he saw Jesus on the Damascus road. And he went to the disciples, but the disciples turned against Paul. Only Barnabas stayed with him. But when Paul and Barnabas went into Greece, Barnabas left him. Now, what is the reason why they all left him? Many people say, well, they left him because he was Saul before, and he used to torture the early followers of Isa alayhi salam. But also you can see, and if you look at present day Christianity, that most of the concepts of the Trinity, of the blood sacrifice, the original sin, and most of the concepts which relate to more than one God are coming through Paul. The preachers are quoting Paul, sometimes more than Jesus, during their sermons. And so Barnabas left Paul. And somewhere in the early days, in Rome or Greece, those missionaries who were teaching the teachings of Jesus, Isa alayhi salam, met with this force coming from the north. And so you will see in ancient Roman history that in some cases the Roman emperor would go out to the Colosseum and the gladiators would be fighting each other and everybody's cheering for the gladiators. One of the terrible things happening during these rituals at the Colosseum is that they would bring the Christians out, literally men, women, and children, and feed them to hungry animals. They would take a hyena or a wolf or a lion and get it hungry and crazy and beat it and throw raw meat at it and then send it out on the people, and they would literally cheer and watch as the animal ripped the bodies apart, tear the bodies apart. And so somewhere along the line, somebody who couldn't take the torture, who felt that maybe we can win these people over, made a compromise. And you start to see changes going on from the early part of the Christian era in Southern Europe, where the major ceremonies held by the nature worshiping people.
Hey there. I hear we're not feeling so good today. Oh, let's take a look.
A superhero or something?
Minute Clinic at CVS, care that's close to you whenever you need it.
SourceGraph changed the way developers searched code. Now we're changing the way you write it. Introducing Cody, the fastest, most accurate coding assistant available today. For an AI assistant to be good, it must have the right context and understanding of code like a human developer would. Cody knows your entire code base and can answer technical questions, write code, generate unit tests, and more with unrivaled accuracy and speed, leading to happier developers who write less and ship more. And we're just getting started. Cody fits into your workflow, whether you want code completion, a pair programming buddy to chat with, or built-in and custom commands to help with various programming tasks. Whether you're maintaining an existing code base or building the next great app, Cody is your coding assistant. Get started for free today at cody.dev.
Are combined with Christian names and Christian ceremonies, and therefore what comes forth to us is a mixture with the two streams coming together, where you get a monotheistic name or a monotheistic character with a pagan ceremony. And so the mixture of this together is what is giving us the present day holidays that we see. In the story coming in the Quran, in chapter 19, in verses 24 to 25, and we see the mention of the story of Mary, that Maryam, may Allah be pleased with her, was a virgin, and she had dedicated her life to the worship of one God, prayer and fasting. And by the power of Allah, that the Creator breathed His Spirit into her, and she conceived Jesus. He said, be and it is. She conceived Jesus, Isa alayhi salam, without a father, without a man. That is a belief of Islam. When she felt the pain of the pregnancy, the angel came to her and told her to go outside of the city. She went outside of the city to a remote area, and there she found a palm tree, and she found water, and it was speaking about rutub janniya. It was speaking about a type of rutub, or a type of dates. It's at the height of the heat that the dates become ripe. And so it's at that time